My name is Christine Love. I work for the Alert Center at Texas State University. It's the Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training Center. We train cops, fire, and EMS all over the United States. And before I did that, I was in law enforcement for 10 years here in San Marcos. I worked at Texas State University PD and then the San Marcos Marshal's Office. So right now, I coordinate all of our classes all over the United States. So we have a cadre of instructors that come in, and we're all grant funded. So we pay for them to go to agencies all over the United States and teach them about active shooter response, medical response during active shooter events or other emergencies. We do a lot with tourniquets, chest seals, things like that. And just teaching people to think outside the box on how to deal with large situations, not even just purely active shooter, but large, we just had the explosion in Beirut, things like that. Think outside the box whenever your resources are completely shot and you have to really do what you can do. When I worked patrol, I answered calls for service, traffic stops, security checks, that kind of all the stuff you see on cops, but usually way less cool. I'm just kidding. I get together with training sergeants or whoever hosts their training facilities, different police departments, and we ask them if they want training. They can also put in hosting requests for training if they know they want it, and then we get together with them and help them facilitate the active shooter training with their guys. A typical day when I was a police officer really depended on the day. You can't ever really predict what's going to happen in a day. You never know if it's going to be a mundane day where everybody's following the law, or if it's going to be a day that's just total chaos and there's just going to be a lot going on. So typically, we have traffic stops that we'll do. If there's no calls coming in, if there are calls coming in, then I go to those calls, deal with them, write reports. Attributes, skills, and knowledge. Well, you have to be a problem solver. I think we're always tasked with dealing with all the problems that people don't know how to deal with. That's why they call 911. They're usually not calling 911 because they're having a good day. So you may need to be a marriage counselor. You may need to be a role model. You may need to be a teacher. You gotta do a lot of different things within a day. So it's just really thinking outside the box and using all of your skills, because you never know what you're going to come up with. So different training that I've done in the past. Obviously we have firearms training. I was sent through EMT school, so I'm also EMT basic, and that has really helped with Alert because we're trying to get past the initial neutralizing a suspect aspect of active shooter. We want to stop the killing, and the easiest way to do that is to stop the bad guy, but it doesn't end there. Obviously he or she has done some damage, so we're trying to help cops realize that they need to carry tourniquets and that they need to have basic medicine, and they need to know how to do direct pressure, and they need to know how to move people to get them to ambulances, to get them to higher care quicker, because that's how you save lives.